Well, good morning. It is now Sunday. Man, we've been gone so long, I've kind of lost track what day it is. I think today's Sunday. We are in front of Hotel de Ville. I think this is also maybe City Hall, I'm not sure. But they do have the Olympic rings here, which Lana has been looking for.
I've been on the hunt for them.
So we started out looking for them at the Trocadero because they were there at some point, but I know they got sabotaged by protesters, like they threw a bunch of blood on it.
Who would do that?
So they must have moved it here, but we found them. They're right there, so you're welcome.
Thank you.
As Lana was pointing out, all these people from the buses are biking cruises people. We've always wanted to do a biking cruise, but man, they are super expensive.
Yeah, not in the budget.
Although after what we paid for this trip, you could almost argue.
Yeah, but you just go from like one city to the next, and
you don't really get to enjoy the culture, I feel like, right?
yeah.
This by far is one of the prettiest buildings I've seen in France. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's very, very pretty. I don't know what like everything means on it, but
yeah, it's
pretty.
It's a gorgeous building.
And then like all of these little shields and stuff have like the French and Ukrainian flags like meshed together.
Well, we were reading online yesterday that there's a lot of France folks that are not happy about the Olympics coming here out of protest. So they've been trying to appease the crowds. So I know a lot of European, there you go. European countries are threatening not to compete if they allow Russia to come here in the Olympics. So all that will be interesting to watch. But as far as the building goes and the setup, gorgeous. And we got French Superman. We've now made it to Hotel de Sens. It's like a historical monument here, built in 1292. We had to translate it using the Translate app, but the thing said that it was built in 1292, redone in late 1400 something, and a bunch of taxi companies have owned it since. But still, 1292, dang, that's pretty dang old.
We did Lime Bike over here too this time.
Oh yeah, was that better for you?
We did not die this time. They actually have like designated bike lanes that are large here.
And it's also a Sunday morning, so there's not near as many people out, which is better for this one over here.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the bike lanes made it a breeze, and those Lime bikes, man, that's the way to go. You barely pedal at all. It's mostly electric, so. I think they call it electric assist, but the electric assist is very good. Highly recommend. Just kind of flow with traffic, you know. It's hard to get used to at first as an American, but once you get used to it, it's awesome. It's the first gas station we've seen all trip long. I don't know where the people in Paris fill up at. I'm assuming outside of the city or on the outskirts. We've made it to the town of Versailles. So we're walking down the street. It's our first gas station since we've been here. Actually in London too, right? We never saw one in London?
Yeah, I know.
As you can imagine, all the people are headed towards the same place, the Palace, which is where we're headed. We have a time ticket at 12:30. Man, we'll be cutting it close. So I think you have like a 30-minute window. So hopefully we can make it there, because I heard it's, even once you enter the area, it's still quite a bit of a walk to get to the entry point. So I guess we're about to find out though. Doing a lot of renovations up here. Beautiful gate though. Do you think we could have that gate back in Winnie?
No. That thing would rust so fast.
Gold?
Is gold rust? Oh, it tarnishes, huh?
Yeah.
It would tarnish really
You'd have to
quickly.
be out there polishing every day.
Absolutely not.
We made it into the palace. It's quite the lengthy process to get in, but we also have our audio guide that we'll be walking through. They say this takes at least 3 to 4 hours. And just being inside and seeing the actual size of this place, I believe it. So we'll see. It's very windy too out here. We have made it. We're like past the apartments into the main rooms. Man, this palace is awesome.
It's stunning.
The amount of gold and artwork done in this is
How do
stunning.
you even go? How do they even say like design in this magnificent room? All these exquisite paintings, gold, and chandeliers. How do they even do that?
It's pretty incredible.
How much did it cost?
So we have made it through the palace. Saw most of it, we think. It's a little confusing at times. But we made our...
the crowds, so...
Yeah, we did. Even in an area where there wasn't many crowds, we still followed. But we are now outside. We made it into the gardens. Your ticket gets you into the gardens.
The passport ticket.
The passport ticket, at least. There are different levels of tickets. I'll let Lana explain that in a future video. But we are outside in the gardens. The gardens are quite huge. So, half your time is inside, half your time is outside. So,
We got a little snack in between.
yeah. If you're wanting to go to the actual restaurant here, just be forewarned. At least when we passed through, the line was quite long. But they do have little, like, cafes inside. I got like a cake. Lana got a...
No, you got a croissant, and I got a cake.
Oh.
Well, I got a banana muffin.
I don't know what they call things here.
Or I got a banana bread slice.
We got a bunch of stuff to tide us through to get us to dinner tonight. This is the back side of the palace. We believe we were inside earlier and they were explaining that originally these halls were built with no windows and stuff. It was supposed to be completely open, but because of the weather, they ended up closing them in pretty quickly after they built it back in the day. But I can see why they wanted it open because the view is gorgeous back here.
So he made it like the world's fanciest screened-in porch, right?
That's right. The gardens are gorgeous. It's like, they're not planted flowers, it's like wildflowers, like a mix that they have when they're putting all these areas in. Like, these are basically weeds. You couldn't convince me otherwise.
But they're pretty weeds.
But they are very pretty.
I wonder how many landscapers he had employed.
Oh, it had to have been 100 at least.
And then they didn't have all this like fancy electric equipment, so you were out there with a machete.
we have not changed locations. We are still in the Palace of Versailles. Just a completely different looking area. We walked to the bottom hoping to see the canoeing and all that, just to have something to watch for a while, to rest. We realized that is just outside the paid area of the park. So if you are going down to the bottom and to watch the canoers, don't expect to be able to get there. So I guess it's a free part. So
It's painful.
man, we're hurting. My feet are hurting.
I understand why people do like multiple days here. Like you could do Palace one day and then like, because the gardens are extensive, like we didn't even really walk through the forest part of it, or you could do that for a whole day.
Yeah, this is really a 2-day thing we're trying to do in one, so we're missing a lot of the finer details visiting this in one day. But to be fair, Atlanta did try to get a golf cart before we came, but they were all sold out. So if that's what you're planning on doing, which I highly recommend because there's a lot of freaking walking, you need to plan that way in advance.
Yep.
So we just got done eating at a place called Cafe Jade. It's really cool to walk down the streets of Paris and peruse the different menus and just walk into a place that you like, assuming they have seats, of course.
Most of the time they do.
Yeah, some of them get pretty packed
The
though.
ones on, it appears that they're packed because the outside is full, but people prefer to sit outside.
Yeah, but it was very good. Most beautiful part about our hotel is the views. So today's probably the earliest we've been back, and even now it's probably at least 8:30 or 9, but still daylight outside. It usually can get dark around here till about 10 or a little after this time of year. But we're back a little early, so just enjoying the deck on our hotel is amazing. So you look, I mean, typical French street, you know, same this way. So who can complain about that? So far this hotel's been awesome.
Enjoy my American Starbucks coffee on my Parisian porch.
Hey, before y'all get mad at us, just know this is only like the second time the whole trip we've actually gotten a Starbucks.
And Starbucks are literally everywhere here. Like you can be standing at a Starbucks and look and already see the next one, and they're packed.
Yeah, so
Packed.
even though it's like an American company, people love Starbucks here.
And McDonald's for that matter. Like,
But we have
every time
avoided the McDonald's.
Yeah, we haven't done McDonald's, but every time I look inside of a McDonald's, it's packed. So I don't know.
Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Please be sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel, as that helps us out a lot. And be sure to join us next week as we go to Musée des Armées. We get to see where Napoleon Bonaparte was buried and many other Parisian places. See you next week, guys. Bye.